Welcome to Ziangs Food Workshop. I'm Chin, and this is my mum, Choo.
Yes, Choo is here today.
And what are we doing, Mother?
Today we're doing Chinese KFC style air fried chicken.
Yes, we are. And this is part of our Beat the Cost of Living Crisis series. We've got the cheapest cuts of chicken you could possibly get. This will literally feed a family of 4, and it's going to cost you less in terms of ingredients than £3.
Yes.
And we're using the air fryer, as we all know is a really cost-effective way of cooking. So that's why we're doing that. You can deep fry this, which will make it, but cost of living, deep fat fryer is a no at the moment. So yeah, air fryer it is.
Yeah, it's up to you at the end of the day, okay?
Yeah, it's up to you. Well, why is that so funny?
Yeah, it's up to you, yes.
Free will, hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back to the
Yes.
cooking. So today we're going to be using whole chicken legs, and we're going to debone the thigh and the drumstick. You don't have to do that, but it just cooks quicker in the air fryer, so we're going to do that for you today. And it's cheaper to do it this way, like much cheaper. This whole pack here I think costs between £2.60 and £2.80, which works out to be about £2, I think 10 per kilo, which is incredible. So yeah, we're going to debone that and show you how to do that.
Yeah, some of you may know how to debone, but for those who are not familiar with it,
Yeah,
we'll just debone it. Get a piece of chicken in here, the joint, just cut it.
it should go right down through butter, like a knife through butter, sorry. If you hit something and it's not going through with just a little bit of pressure, you need to move the knife slightly either way to make sure you go through the cartilage rather than trying to go through bone.
You cut from here, right? The drumstick, not the top here. You cut from the bottom side here. And just follow the meat.
Sharp knife is very important in this one.
Yeah.
Probably have used a sharper knife.
That's the first knife I grab. Right, you see, like this is cooked easy, and you get the crispiness as well.
Yeah, you want the skin on. You don't have to have it, but you know. Same principle.
The top here, you don't cut from the top, you cut from the base here, right?
And then you just sort of use the bone itself as a guide for your knife. So you use the knife to push up against the bone, and then you come down slowly. And you'll take the meat off.
There's a bit of greaser, you can leave it on. If you want to cut it away, you can. You just gently slice it away, yes? Yeah. Right,
That's
you
it.
see? Yeah.
And then we're going to do this for the whole lot. We'll see you once that's done. Okay, there it is. All, I was going to say chopped up, but all deboned. And now for the next stage. So into a fairly good sized mixing bowl, we're going to place all that chicken. So in this we're going to put about half teaspoon of MSG, quarter teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of 5 spice. You don't want too much, you don't want it overpowering. Teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder. I've half through, couldn't say the word onion, and half threw it in there. So if you saw half the onion powder in there before I start saying the word onion, that is why. And about 2 tablespoons of plain flour. Just gonna mix this up, aren't we, Ma?
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? Mum?
Yeah, okay.
Then what we're going to do is add some liquids to this, so some soy sauce and then some water. And we're going to make like that into a paste. And then into this, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of light soy and 2 tablespoons of cold water. And then we're going to mix that up. And that is perfect. If you want a thicker batter, just add more flour. Set that aside. Now we've got about 150, 170 grams worth of plain flour here. We're just going to add a quarter teaspoon of salt, same with MSG, and a good few turns of some cracked black pepper. So that's about 20 turns. I'm going to mix that in. Cracked black pepper does have a completely different flavour from ground black pepper.
It does, yeah.
It's more berry-ish in my head.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but
yeah, you can actually smell the aroma.
now we're just going to pick these up, place them into the flour.
Get it coated.
Get it nice and coated, yeah. And again, like every time you do the flour, you put it on and then you squeeze it tight. And then we're just going to place this onto the tray. Is that okay with you, Ma?
Yeah. I like the drumstick.
Yeah, I do too. And you're just going to repeat this for the whole lot. Just realised I want the skin side down first, so I'm turning them over. So now the skin side's down, what we're going to do is we're going to spray them with this 1 cal spray. You don't have to use this if you don't want to use these extra calories, but this makes it nice and crispy on the outside. And then we're going to put them in the air fryer for 9 minutes at 190 degrees. Turn them over, spray the other side with the calorie spray, and then again for about 9 minutes at 190 degrees. And that's about it.
Yeah.
And we'll show you what that looks like now.
Yeah.
Right, so here it is, the finished product. Go on.
Yeah.
Mum's really looking forward to this.
Smell wonderful. Thumb up all the way.
Mega thumbs up. Kind of tastes like what I would call Christmas chicken.
Packed with flavour.
It's the cinnamon and the spice. Sweet chilli works really well with this.
Yeah.
A homemade relish that we sell on a web store would work really well with this. It's bloody delicious.
The skin is still nice and dry.
Dry.
I mean, not.
Crispy.
Yeah. Sorry, the word is crispy, not dry.
It's really good.
It is.
The recipe for this, the written recipe and the ingredients list will be on the recipe vault, and the method will be there for members. But otherwise you can just get the free recipe from pausing the video and writing it down here.
Super delicious.
You were saying earlier how much cheaper it is to debone it.
Yeah, it is. Much cheaper if you debone it yourself. It costs you, those debone and skin is about nearly £7 a kg. This is about £2.89, or all depends on which supermarket you go to. Yeah, and the bigger pack you get is cheaper. And the smaller pack is a bit slightly dearer, maybe 30 or 50 pence more. So if you can get the bigger pack and freeze it and use it other day.
Yeah. Yeah, debone it yourself just doesn't take very long, and you save yourself a massive fortune. Like all of that meat there, like I said, that would be 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Easily with chips or whatever you're going to have with it.
Rice.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Mashed potatoes, whatever you like.
Mashed potato, yeah, you can have mashed potato. You can have broccoli.
Yes, whatever you like.
Whatever do you want to name?
Fancy.
Want to name anything, other foods that they could?
Broccoli, kale, vegetable, cucumber.
Yeah, you've taken my broccoli and run with vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you can even have it with more chicken.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this would have normally cost, well, all of this together, if you take into account of you already had it, is less than £3.
Yeah.
How cheap is that?
It's very, very delicious.
Yeah. Anyway, Ma,
Thank you for following the recipe. Happy cooking, happy eating.
take care.